This is a song written by Steve Goodman called The Ballad of Carl Martin. I remember when I met Carl Martin. Must have been a dozen years ago. This wise old gent was gray and bent, but his eyes had a fiery glow. He was born on April Fool's Day, 1906, near Big Stone Gap, VA. He knew a little fiddle and he played a little guitar that he picked up along the way. But when he got his hands on a mandolin, he lit up like a Christmas tree. And along with Ted Bowden and Howard Armstrong, they were the best string band I ever did see. Now for 50-odd years they played rent parties, roadhouses, concerts and festivals too. At the drop of the hat, these three black cats would play you every song they knew. It was Lady Be Good and the Barnyard Dance and the Ice Cream Freezer Blues. And you know, they'd trot out all the oldest chestnuts and they'd make every one of them sound brand new. And little white boys with their shiny guitars would fall around at their heels. They learned all the words and learned all the chords, but they never did learn how it feels. One night I asked Carl where he got that fire, and he said, "Steve, you gotta understand, if you wanna be someone, you gotta have some fun, and you better get it while you can. Better get it while you can. Yeah, you better get it while you can. If you wait too long, it'll all be gone, and you'll be sorry then. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, and it's the same for a woman or a man. From the cradle to the crypt is a mighty short trip, so you better get it while you can." Carl always had a way of making the good times roll when the rest of us just weren't so sure. He'd pick out the prettiest woman in the room, and then he'd sing every song to her. One night back east when the gig was done, there was this all-night blowout jam. We played and we sang and we drank for hours till the sun came up again. It was blues and ballads, old-time Dixieland swing, show tunes, and then Carl Martin played a couple of songs that nobody knew, and some I haven't heard since then. But right before dawn, he played two more songs just to separate the strong from the faint. It was a red-hot rendition of the Old Pine Tree and a double-time version of the Saints, with his guitar, with his mandolin behind his head. Well, when he was done, those of us who could still breathe took off our hats to that man. You see, he had played every one of us under the table that night. And he said, "You better get it while you can." He said, "You better get it while you can. Yeah, you better get it while you can. If you wait too long, it'll all be gone, and you'll be sorry then. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, and it's the same for a woman or a man. From the cradle to the crypt is a mighty short trip, so you better get it while you can." You know, Carl and his buddies never got too far. When he died, Martin didn't have a dime. He was a little behind in his payments and a little ahead of his time. One night, some so-called musicians stayed up real late, tried to burn one down. The liquor kept coming, and we kept strumming until a minute or two before dawn. There were those who stayed, and those who faded, but soon I was left all alone. And you know, I don't believe in ghosts, but I could swear I heard Carl Martin singing one more song. It went, "You better get it while you can. Yeah, you better get it while you can. If you wait too long, it'll all be gone. You'll be sorry then. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, and it's the same for a woman or a man. From the cradle to the crypt is a mighty short trip, so you better get it while you can."
Woo!
Here's
Good
to Carl
job.
Martin.
That's great.